volleyball. It's the fastest growing sport in the United States. Today, there are over 32.5 million Americans playing volleyball everywhere from the backyard to the Olympic Games. Since the 1984 Summer Olympics, when the USA men took volleyball gold and the women captured silver, the total number of adults and teens registered with the USVBA has increased by 145%, while the number of teenage players that participate in the United States Junior Olympic Volleyball program has jumped over 235%. So as you might expect, there was a sense of pride and excitement as over 3,000 of the finest young players in the country, some 270 teams, came to Albuquerque, New Mexico for the 1990 National Championships. And now, the opening ceremonies.
Back 11 years ago, we began to see in the United States Volleyball Association across the country the need to develop the program and started the Junior Olympic Volleyball Championships. This is the 11th one that we're here with today. And the development of that has been astronomical. It is the largest growing program for volleyball in the United States Volleyball Association this day. As I indicated earlier, we have over 25,000 members and continuing to grow.
How did all this come about? One of the major reasons was the development of a cadre of very special volleyball coaches across America, like Sally Kuss, coach of the Cheetahs from Buffalo, New York.
I love coaching younger kids. That's why I teach in the middle school. And I love to be part of their development. You know, I start them off when they're 12 years old, and I go right through with them as seniors and help them find a college, and I really watch them mature. I take a lot of pride in how aggressive my team is and how much fun they have out on the court. And I think the Junior Olympics, it's such a positive thing for kids. I mean, it's something for them to aspire for.
Let's meet our Junior Olympians and find out what makes them and the Junior Olympics so special.
It's very special. I wait like all year for it, you know, just to get prepared for it mentally and physically. I can't wait till it comes, but I can't wait till next year now. The emotion, like watching the championships, hopefully being in them sometime. I like just the feeling of being in it, like you're something, you know?
Okay, now let's watch some of the girls 14 and under championship match between Club West in the dark and the Munciana Chipmunks in the white shirts.
take a lot of friendship, and there's so much excitement in it that you're so into it, you're so involved that you always think of what you have done. You really care about everybody who's in it because they're really special.
Another thing that's happening is we're attracting more and more good athletes to our sport, not just kids that, oh, let's play volleyball, because everybody can play volleyball. I mean, it is a technical game, and the better you are technically, the farther along you're going to get. What I'm noticing with the younger kids now is because we have better athletes, we're able to teach them the latest techniques and the more sophisticated techniques at an earlier age, and they're able to do it. 5 or 6 years ago, we didn't have those all the best athletes were playing basketball and running track, and now they're in here.
When I first started coaching, I didn't see any offense at all. But I found that I was holding up my own kids, and the more I went to clinics and camps, and the more I learned, the kids picked it up. You know, a lot of times people really don't think kids can learn intricate things. And I think coaching holds it up. I really think kids are capable of learning a lot more than a lot of people think they can.
You bet they can. Here's some of the boys' 14 and under championship match between Balboa Bay Blue in the light shirts and Santa Monica 1.
Chance started, insert that side of the court. Insert that side, real smart, stay back, slow it up hard there, put the ball off the block to win. One side out wins this, guys. Hey, you're 1 point from the national championship. Push it, let's go. Defense, 1, 2, 3.
Defense! Come on!
We've had a lot of blocks in our foundation of growth in American volleyball with the Olympics, gold medals, silver medals, coaching core that are now very, very adequate. And we needed to have a program that would help give the youth a chance to move on up the ladder. If they become interested in this level, many of them are going to catch the motivation and will ensure good play in high school level, good play in the collegiate level, and out of the collegiate level, obviously we get some very, very fine players that can go on to our national teams that can represent us internationally.
Many of the nation's high school coaches are also involved in club programs, and it's that year-round dedication of coach and athlete that makes the difference. This is Charlie Guess, coach of the New Mexico Juniors.
The number of 14 and under teams is what has brought, the volleyball to the place where it is now. I mean, before you'd get maybe 5 or 10 teams at a tournament. Last year when I took my 7th graders to Davis, we had 102 teams in one tournament. And, if you have that many players playing as 7th and 8th graders, then you're going to have that many players playing to choose from for the older girls.
I didn't do that. I'm in the picture.
Irene Renteria attempting championship point.
By the time college coaches secure a top player, male or female, it's likely that player has 6 or 7 years experience at the club level. Today's college stars are not made at the high school level, but in club programs. One of the stars of the current Olympic team, Uvaldo Acosta.
It helped me mature a lot. I started out playing with the big guys, should I say. There were there were a lot of coaches. I learned from them in ways that, school-wise, school's got to be the most important thing for you right now.
College coaches are looking for those players in club systems because they have that much more experience. So much more than a kid that just gets to play 2 or 3 months out of the year. We're looking at kids that are playing all year long, mostly. And they're developing, they're becoming volleyball players, and they're not playing every sport in high school. So we're looking at those kids now that have that extra little bit of experience playing in the tournaments, traveling. It makes a big difference.
I try to give my best, show people that it's really tough to play volleyball. You have to learn a lot of skills. You should have a lot of plays, and your mental ability should really be good. You really have to have a good attitude. If you make a mistake, you're right back in it, aggressively. You don't worry about what happened. You always try to make it better. I like to be aggressive. I really try to learn from my mistakes. I always try to pick the team up when we're down. Even when we're winning, I try to keep them up so we don't let down at anything. Just trying to be a leader, hopefully,
There's hardly a standout college, Olympic, or professional volleyball player today who doesn't owe success to the Junior Olympic program of the United States Volleyball Association.
I see it now with USVBA with their youth movement, but I think they're doing it the right way. And USVBA is being very careful the way they're handling youth volleyball. They're training their coaches in attitude, not just technique. And I think they have a good point. Every year a referee has to be reevaluated and retrained, but no one ever trains coaches. And who spends more times with the athletes? The referee during one match or a coach in practice 3, 4, 5 times a week? And I think USVBA is really working in the right directions to get positive attitude in coaching with youth.
I've gotten more to where I'll develop skills and things, and I'm not as worried about winning anymore. I'm worried about developing them so they play good volleyball. And if they play good volleyball, it just happens you win. I like to see the expression on their faces when they do something well, and I know how tough a game volleyball is to become a good player at it, and I like to see my teams playing that level.
I think a lot of it goes to the kids who play together and are the best of friends off the court. You know, you got to get a group of kids who are willing to work and are willing to work with each other. We've got, you know, we had a team of 9 guys who could, you know, a lot of egos out there. You know, all these kids are going to major colleges, and there's somehow, you know, some way we have to, you know, calm them down, and one person's not going to win the whole thing. It's a group thing. That's what volleyball is.
That's what volleyball is in America these days, and no matter where you are, whether you're blocking, spiking, digging one out, or just throwing one up in the air, more and more of us are having fun playing this great sport, following our dreams than ever before.
So give it your best, and don't you worry about what some may say. Follow your dreams, it's really all that you can do. And give it your best, and remember that life is what you choose. Go on, follow your dreams and do it. Follow your dreams and do it. Follow your dreams and do what you love to do.